All right, y'all, here we go. Today we're going to be making some garlic bread BLTs, y'all. This is going to be made with a caramelized onion garlic bread, y'all. So delicious. Before we get in the video, I'm going to ask y'all to go ahead and make sure y'all like this video, subscribe, y'all, turn on your post notifications so you know every time I drop a recipe. Please do that, y'all. Let's start getting these numbers up. All right, y'all, so I just started off cutting some onions up. I'm just cutting these in slices the long way with the root. Not with the root on, but with like going toward the root. And I'm gonna use 2 whole white onions for this, and I'm gonna caramelize these up. So I just started out doing it with this method. I'm gonna slice the onions and put them in the pan. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of water, probably about a quarter cup of water. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of oil in there and then some salt, probably about a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of salt. And that's gonna help really pull out all those waters and get that sugars going in the pan, y'all. If you know anything about caramelizing onions, it takes a while. It's a lengthy process, and trust me, you just gotta have some patience. So this really helps to speed up. Put a lid on the pan, have the pan on about a medium-high heat, just to get those onions steaming, to get them wilting and speeding up the process. And from there, after about 10 minutes or so, I'm just gonna start pushing these onions around in the pan, kind of back and forth. I might let them sit a little bit here and there for probably about 30 seconds or so against the pan, but it's not about really browning the onions. It's about caramelizing onions, really just bringing out all the natural sugars that are in the onions. Even white onions like these have a lot of sugar inside of them, and so you really just have to just take your time. It's just heat and time. It makes these onions get to this nice brown caramelization that we have here. This is the end product. This took about 30 to 40 minutes with using the water steam method. After I have my onions caramelized, I'm just gonna give them a dice on my cutting board until they're really fine. Then I'm gonna get a separate bowl, and I have some softened butter. I'm gonna go 3 whole sticks of softened butter, y'all. Let it sit down there and counter for a while. Don't soften it in the microwave. Whenever you're making garlic bread, it's just best to just let the butter soften on its own. And then I'm gonna add caramelized onions to that butter. Then I'm gonna take some flat leaf parsley. This is Italian parsley. Use this parsley, guys. It has a lot more flavor than the curly parsley, in my opinion, and it has the flavor that you're looking for, because this is the only herb besides this garlic that you're gonna be using in there. You can roast your garlic in the oven. I know y'all seen that TikTok trick, or not the TikTok trick, but the trick where you put the garlic, the whole head of garlic in aluminum foil, put a little bit of oil on it, close it up, put it in a hot oven for about an hour or so, and then you squeeze the garlic out. I took the cheat way, y'all. This is roasted garlic that comes in a tube. You can get it from Walmart. I used about that whole tube. Bushel of flat leaf parsley. I diced up pretty fine, and then I just mixed that all together until I had a nice consistency, smooth consistency, and it's easy to spread. So this is my caramelized onion butter that I'm going to be using to make the garlic toast. And then after that, I'm going to go get started on my bacon, y'all. I'm using Wright brand Applewood thick cut bacon, y'all. You want to use thick cut bacon. You're making a BLT, go all the way. So I'm putting this bacon on my pan, y'all. I got my line with foil, and whenever I love to bake bacon, this is my best way to cook it. For me, I love baking in the oven on 400 degrees for about, using thick cut, it's gonna take about 20-25 minutes. But I hate that it's always flat. Whenever you're building a BLT, you want it to kind of stand up, have nice, so you can get those, just that good bite. So I kind of like make my own little pinches in there to have it kind of wavy and curly like I want it, so that way it gives your sandwich kind of like a lift, more body to it. So that's what the bacon's gonna look like, nice and crispy with just a slight bit of chew. After that, I'm taking some sourdough bread slice. If you want to use thick French bread for this, it would be definitely, you can do that. But this is just what I chose to do. I have some sourdough slices. I'm gonna slather a good amount of that butter on there. You can use as much or as little if you like. It's really all up to you. Just make sure your oven's hot when you go in there, and toast it for whatever bread that you're toasting. I'm gonna put it in a 375 degree onion for about 8 minutes or so. I did grate a little bit of fresh parm on top of that before I put it in the oven. And then I'm gonna go ahead, while that's toasting, go ahead and slice up my tomatoes, and I rinsed my lettuce and pulled off that thick part at the bottom. I don't like that when I'm eating a sandwich. I just want the crispy greens. I did use romaine lettuce. And right now, I'm just after that comes out of the oven, I'm taking the bottom slices, using it with the butter part up. I'm going flat there. I added a cheese on that directly. Then I'm adding my tomato back to back, and then I'm gonna add my lettuce, my bacon, whatever. So what I'm gonna do is I'm using the bottom part with, like I said, the butter side inside, and then whenever I get to the top, I'm just gonna mayo the underside, and then just put it, you'll see what I'm getting at. So with my tomatoes right here, I always like, when I bake a BLT, I like to just salt and pepper my tomatoes. You might say the bacon has enough salt, which it does, but I feel like whenever you add a little bit of salt and pepper, it just lifts the sandwich in a different way. You can taste it like it's automatically making the tomatoes more flavorful. Like I said, cheese, tomatoes, lettuce, then my bacon. Y'all, I'm going generous on this, y'all. If you want to build this sandwich, y'all might as well go all the way. You don't have to eat the whole things, but you know, put those thick cut slices up there. I'm putting 5 on each of these. Trust me, man, this is I want to say award-winning sandwich, but it ain't won yet. So, excuse my French, it ain't won nothing yet. And then I'm gonna go here with my bread. With the other side, I'm gonna mayo, and then whenever I place this on there, you'll see that the buttered side will be facing up, the side that was that has the caramelized onion butter on it. And so I'm using a good bit of mayo. You don't have to use any. It's really in preference on how you like your sandwich, man. At this point, we're just building. So this is we like mayo around here, and there's none on the bottom. So you definitely have to have enough for the top. And then I'm just gonna finish it with a little bit more fresh parsley I put up there, and then I'm gonna grate just a little bit of extra parm on top, y'all. That is the finished product. Y'all, I'm trying to tell you right now, follow this recipe, build you a BLT, build you any other sandwich, it don't matter. But if you build you a BLT, I promise you, man, this is one of the most flavorful BLTs I ever had in my life. Y'all. And I came up with this one on fly. It is busting, y'all. Thank y'all for watching, and we're gonna catch you in the next recipe video.